Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to OTC Fish Keeper. And today what I'm doing is I'm going to move the goldfish from the 265 here down to their new home in the fish pond, which is about 400 gallons down in the basement in the fish room. And as far as this tank goes, I had gone round and round in my head over what to do with it. It would make an amazing African cichlid tank. But you know what? I just love the Oscars too much. I'm turning it into a South American cichlid tank. It's going to be really cool. We're going to have the Oscars, Jack Dempsey's, of course, which you already know about. I'm going to grow up some new green terrors to put in there because that green terror was just awesome. I love that fish. And also going to get some severums and see how they all work out. And if some of the smaller fish don't work out real good with the Oscars, I can always do a separate tank for the second half of the cichlids. Now, I had one person ask me a question about the hole in the head, whether or not severums were safe from it. And severums are on the list of fish that can get the hole in the head, but if they've had the charcoal in there for a long time, I don't know, it's probably not too dangerous for them. The thing with that is, though, they still don't know for sure if that's actually what causes it. They just know that's one thing that people suspect. So, in the meantime, I don't know. If it was me personally, I'd probably try to take it out if I could, but, you know, you got to do what's right for you. I'm not a professional. I'm just, you know, a guy enjoying a hobby. Now, you may have noticed water's a little cloudy there. When I turned the lights on, the goldfish freaked out and stirred it up a little bit. But also, I have been neglecting this tank just a little bit the last couple of weeks, knowing that I'm about to switch the goldfish out to their new tank. And I'm going to scrub this all the way down for the Oscars. I can't leave it like it is because these plants would immediately be ripped up and put wherever the Oscars want them. So I have to have much heavier ornaments in there. I'm going to bring that large fake plastic rock up with them because that's worked out really nicely. They can't push it around, and they like to hide from each other behind it if they get a little aggressive. So it's worked out pretty nice for me. As far as other ornaments, I don't know. I'll just have to kind of wait and see what comes along. So now I'm going to start to rope these guys together and get them boxed up and get them downstairs to their new home. Let's get to it. Okay, there's one, huh? Here goes the big guy. He's like 3 inches bigger than my net. Probably get wet on this one. Yeah, just a bit. This little guy's got skills. Woo! So does this one. That's the only one I paid any real money for. That one costs $2. Okay, got all the goldfish down there for their move to their new home. Just use one of those transportation boxes you occasionally get from pet stores to carry them down. I'll float them for just a few minutes, just in case there's a water difference, temperature difference. I don't think there is, but just to be safe. And you can see I put a little bit of gravel down there in the bottom. Not enough to really cover the bottom, just, you know, to give them something. Goldfish like to look for microorganisms in the gravel. That's what they're doing all day when you see them picking up and dropping rocks, is looking for a little snack. So put some gravel down there and that'll actually grow some little snacks for them. And give them something to do all day. Okay, now I'm just going to float the fish for about 15 minutes or so, just to be safe. Then I'll release some water and all because, you know, like before, I know where those fish have been, and I know that they're safe and the water's safe, so I don't have anything to worry about mixing it in with my tank. And the new fish, they seem excited to see their buddies, but could be that I just put all that gravel in there and they don't know what's going on, so who knows. But either way, pretty soon there's going to be a dozen goldfish in my 400-gallon pond. Can't wait. Okay, getting ready to release the goldfish now. Into the water they go. I think they're going to be very happy in this tank, and it looks really cool. Eventually I'm going to make a lid for it because the humidity is a little high in here right now with all this water exposed. But I'm going to make a lid out of the same stuff I made the lids for the tanks. It's just being a couple of pieces. But anyway, let's get to the release. That's what everybody's here for. Well, that release went absolutely perfect. The fish appear to be loving the new space. The four that were in there originally are really glad to see all their buddies back. All hanging out real tight. They look gorgeous. Let me get the camera here. Give you a view of what these guys look like in here. Okay, here they are swimming around. They're all schooling right now, but they'll spread out eventually. And at some point I'm going to put in a bit of a barrier across the pond to create an area where the waves don't get in there. And then that way I can see the fish a little better, but also at some point I'm going to try putting some live plants in there and see how that works out. Might even try to grow a little duckweed and throw that in intermittently because the goldfish love to eat that, and the goldfish find that very healthy. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. The more the merrier. And hit the notification button, see what happens next. Next thing on my list is to clean out that 265 upstairs and move the Oscars up into that tank, along with the Jack Dempseys. And I'm going to grow out some more South African cichlids. Maybe even a pike if I can find a nice one. In the past I've had two different pikes, and the first one was just as nice as could be, got along with everybody. The second one was just mean and nasty, and I had to put him in the tank all by himself because he had the Oscars terrified up at the top of the tank. So if I find a nice pike, but nevertheless, until next time, you guys have fun. I'll see you then.